What is going on, fellas? And welcome back to Rebel Rescue with me, FoggyPlays on FM22. Today, we're going to be taking on Olympiakos in both legs of the Champions Path playoff round. This, obviously, as you're all well aware, is the defining round where we're going to be in either the Champions League groups or the Europa League groups. And thankfully, it's against a team we beat twice in the group stage of the Europa League last season. So hopefully, we can keep that run going and beat them 2 more times, just for the lols. So if you do go to enjoy this episode, do of course make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now let's get into the video. Right, fellas, as I said in the intro, it's Olympiakos. Today we're traveling to Greece for the first leg, bringing them back to our place for the second leg. Nothing has happened since we were here last. We beat Cluj in our most recent game. We do have a game against Galway in between, but you know, the league is looking fine. We're 3 games in hand over Dundalk, and we've a 12-point advantage, so I think we're probably going to win the league yet again. We have, however, had a bit of an issue before this game. Unfortunately, Sean Fogarty has joined Manchester United for 1.9 million, has been loaned back to us. It's now got a value of 45 to 53 million, which is ridiculous. He is getting himself a cheeky bit of a pay increase, so that's fine. But I was looking at the dynamics. Pretty much everyone's delighted. So that is fantastic. Paul Kalsberg's a little upset that he's not been getting enough first team football, even though it says there that it's for youth players. He's getting the first team football, so he won't be complaining too much. As I said, this is the important game. We win this, we're into the Champions League group. We lose this, and we're into the Europa League group. So money is essentially the only difference we're going to get, really. As you can see, because Fogarty left and then returned, he's unregistered for this game, which is fantastic. So Mira Magic is going to start in goal. Jumber is going to be sat himself on the bench. He hasn't played too many games this year. He's played 6, actually. 2 league games. He's only conceded 2. So everything is looking fantastic. Although Mira Magic is fantastic. I am so glad I found this guy. And we paid essentially nothing for him. This is delightful. I know he's conceded 5 in 2 games, but he has kept 5 clean sheets so far. 1 in the cup, 4 on the continent. Not kept a clean sheet in the league yet. Maybe he doesn't like playing against Irish teams. So pretty much our strongest side, I suppose, that we can put out. There isn't too many players on the bench or in the reserves, apart from Vestergaard. Vestergaard's probably the only player I'm looking at and going, he would definitely make a difference. But with the strike force we have, 88 goals between the two of them, I don't know does Vestergaard comes straight back in. We have to wait and see. But you might remember the last time we played, the last 2 times we played Olympiakos was in last year's Europa League. Like I said in the intro, we beat them 3-0 and 4-0. I think the 3-0 was at home, 4-0 was away from home. So we'll have to see how we get on in this one. Surely, it's just a case of doing the same thing we did last time. And I have the quandary now of potentially not registering Fogarty for the Champions League and just giving, or the Europa League, whichever we get, and then just playing or signing someone else and giving them a chance in the in Europe, because it's not one of our players. I don't think we need to necessarily put a lot of faith in him. And we do have Vidana. Oh no, Vidana's registered now. Yeah. Quickly finds Onofriti and he smashes the crossbar. It's gone for a goal kick. That's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried. Did I see Morales is still playing for Rangers? That, my friends, is a madness. Quigley, Onofriti finds Nugent, who smashes it off the crossbar. Unfortunately, he was offside, so it didn't make any difference. But this is a very similar Olympiakos side to what we played in the group stages last year. And we're pretty much the same team we were, but have a different goalkeeper. One of our centre backs is different. One of our midfielders is different. And we have 2 new strikers. Okay, so it's quite a different team compared to what we played with last year. But as I said, 88 goals between the 2 strikers. It's pretty decent. If I do say so myself, we're checking for an offside. It has been disallowed. Van Hooijdonk was offside. Didn't even bat an eyelid. I knew he was going to be off. You could tell long before the ball was kicked to him. It's starting to get dark. I was hoping that the light around me would illuminate me sufficiently, but potentially they aren't going to. But it's fine. Carlsberg, we're only 18 minutes into this game. Hwang was very offside. I'm not even gonna pretend. I know he was offside. He was exceptionally offside. Yeah. You wouldn't like to be red green colorblind for these games. You could. I don't even want to show. You could see he was standing next to the goalkeeper, and the nearest defender was 10 yards behind him. Vincent Day has now picked up an injury though, which is not ideal. Not ideal at all. And it's down our left side that they've got the ball free, but they have given up the ball. Vincent Day takes it back. I wonder what his injury is. He seems fine. Is he? He's kind of. I'm keeping an eye on him. He's keeping an eye on his winger. So he's doing a decent job so far. And they're coming down the right side now. Yeah, Vincent Day, what are you doing? Masuris finds Oleg, gets it across, and what was his name? Agwuboy. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not going to. Potential lower leg injury. Not ideal. Who else do we have? I know Reece Griffin is our... Oh, it's a penalty. No? Everyone kind of stopped for a second. Vincent Day. Yeah, definitely have to take him off. I know Reece Griffin's on the bench. I don't know, do we have a left back on the... that we could play instead? I think Reece Griffin probably is going to be the one that steps up, because I'm pretty sure we sent everyone else away on loan. Yeah, Reece Griffin is the left back we have on the bench. And also, would be nice if we, participated in getting the ball for... Ormeno, quite unlucky that his tackle ended up with Olympiakos coming away with the ball anyway. Must have been an absolutely atrocious corner to show us the start of it and then not show us anything else. Right, so we're going to in at halftime 1-0 down. I'm going to thrash Mars and say start playing football. Because a lot of our players are not playing that well. Vincent Day, lower leg injury. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Yeah, we'll bring Reece Griffin on for the second half. Like, he's... Oh. Right. Make a difference. Go out there. So it's one substitute down. Quigley. What's he going to do with the ball? Just keeps running. Everyone backs off him. Nugent doesn't jump for the ball. 6-6. Just doesn't bother. It's like, what's the point? Hwang wins the ball back. Onofriti. Ormeno. Carlsberg. Nugent in the back of the net. Potentially he's offside again. Are we going to have another Slavia Prague? Oh, we have another Slavia Prague situation. No, it's been given. It really does ruin the suspense when it's like, oh, we're going to a VAR, and then it just gives you the replay, and it's like, hey, yeah, that was given. It's like, could we have like something to like go, oh, maybe it won't be a goal? It's 99% of the time it seems to be a goal, but I'll take a draw away from home, even though, we did smash them 7-0 on aggregate last year. I was hoping Vasilik would just punt it. Unfortunately, he didn't. And Hwang's not having a great game. our 48 goal striker, not really doing it so far today. Onofriti, speaking to the devil, here comes Hwang. Tries to dink the goalkeeper, just gets a little bit too much on it and puts it over him. And Andrews isn't having a great game either. So we take Andrews off and bring on Jan. Do I take off Hwang? We're taking off Hwang for Colm Whelan. Who we're going to have as the advanced forward. Nugent, you can be the complete forward. And let's see what you can do. Pumper Fist, still the two of them that we think they're fantastic human beings. Let's see what we can do. Oh no. Coleman, have those they gone through yet? I hope they haven't. I hope those substitutions haven't gone through yet. They have not. Colm Whelan's come on. I kind of wish that Colm Whelan wasn't the one that came on. Okay. Onofriti moves into central midfield. Andrews is going to be sacrificed. We're going to bring on Messinho. Swap Kambala over to that side. You can bomb on there. Slide you into the middle. Actually put you there. That's the advanced forward. No, pressing forward. Ooh. And you can be the advanced forward. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Show a bit of encouragement. Be nice if we could. We have 41 fans came to this game. Nugent doing his best defensive duties. Releases Colm Whelan. He is exceptionally alone. 3-on-1. Does manage to get the ball across. Reece Griffin's picked it up. Finds Carlsberg. Puts it in for Ormeno. Okay, sends it all the way back to Reece Griffin outside the box. Onofriti gets it to Quigley. Gets it across Nugent. Oh, keeper gets a secure hand onto it. Like I said, I will take a draw. We're going to be able to Coleman for the next game, which is not ideal. Quigley's beautiful ball through for Colm Whelan. Smashes it in the back end. His 7th of the season. He still has not scored in the league. But he has wrong-footed Vasilik. I will take that. 2-1. Probably should, just knock it back a little bit. On to positive. Their attacking midfielder, who's been doing a very good job, is booked. Or injured. Sorry, not booked. Whelan. Oh, beautifully way to pass for Carlsberg. Gets it back to Ormeno. Back to Carlsberg. Reece. Somehow made it to... I'm guessing that was Nugent that got on the end of that. I didn't actually see who it was, but that's fine. My assistant manager is like, please go very defensive. Please go very defensive. And I'm like, no. Let's stay positive. Right, that was fantastic. What a comeback. Quickly. You were brilliant. What a comeback that was. Coleman. Disappointed in you getting sent off. And Vincent Day took you off to avoid further injury. So we will be back in just a second for the second leg against Olympiakos. Hopefully it'll be a much swifter game and we won't have a sending off and an injury, because that would be less than ideal. So we will be back in a hot second. Right, fellas, it is time for the second leg against Olympiakos now. We did have a cheeky little game against Galway in between, and just won by, standard 8-0. Comfortable victory, shall we say. Not much rotation in the side, to be fair. Coleman was actually suspended for that one as well, which was a bit frustrating, because we're, without our best centre-back for 2 games, but at least he'll be fresh for the next lot of games, I hope. We could actually register FOGGY for this leg, which I don't remember that being the case before, but that's fine, I guess. Also, Hwang did score a brace in the last game, and Nugent scored 4. So now we have 95 goals between our 2 strikers that start, and our backup striker partnership have 11. So, as you can imagine, we've had quite a number of goals in our season. And if we just play the way we've been playing, we're going to smash this one. So, pick up where you left off last time to the 2 strikers. Send the assistant to that. We are doing very, very well indeed, I think. I don't know, will Olympiakos be... I probably shouldn't have encouraged them, actually. They're playing Hojunk as a right winger today. Interesting. Huang has put us ahead 8.5 minutes in. I did have a suspicion that they were going to call it for offside, but they didn't, because I didn't see the guy standing next to the goalkeeper. Fan Dabidosi. We're off to a fantastic start. Speaking of, in the Galway game, we did score after, it was about 27 seconds. It was a penalty. And John Nugent has put us 2 up. He has indeed. Interesting that we're 2-0 up after 9 minutes, and the Olympiakos players' heads seem to have dropped. 9th and the 10th minute, they're not really having a great time so far. Not to say that they're going to have a poor time for the entire game, but Farnberger looks like he's going to try and ruin my day. Oh, Vincent Day was a thigh injury? No, thigh calf maybe? It was a 1 to 3 day injury, so not that bad. So he's back for this one. I did give him the game off again. Oh, what a goal by I did give him the game off against Galway, just because there's no point in risking him for that one. But I was going to start Jean for the Galway game to get him some bit of fitness for this game. What a shot by Huang, though. Smashed it in. But he broke his leg in training, so he has been recalled by Liverpool. So we're now without one of our best midfielders. To be fair, I wasn't giving him as much game time, but he has, it was a very, very handy player to have. I'm going to give the players a bit of praise. I know we're only 20 minutes in. Hopefully it all calms down. We are only playing positive, so you'd think we wouldn't be this aggressive. What I've noticed with this team is if I go attacking, we seem to struggle, but when we play positive, we're significantly better. Even though we are very attacking orientated, like our right back plays on attack, or one of our central midfielders plays on attack, and the entire front 4 play on attack. And Carlsberg just dinks that over the goalkeeper. They were talking about how Carlsberg has the best attributes in the world. And I was like, I wouldn't say that now. Paul Carlsberg is an exceptional player, but I wouldn't say he's the best in the world. But I will take 3-0. They're playing with 2 wide midfielders, 2 central midfielders as well, and a deep line forward. They're just picking all the weird... They're playing 2 fullbacks. Their goalkeeper's having a fantastic game. 7.2, best on their team by a sizable distance. And he's conceded 3 goals. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay, so they've taken off Cherry and brought on Panakas to play as a wide midfielder on the right. I don't think I've come across a guy who is best as a wide midfielder, and they're playing with 2 of them. And they've also taken off Hojunk now as well, and playing a Jetty as the striker. So I'm going to say it. I think Olympiakos have given up. They're expecting Europa League football. And Karim Andrews has made it 4-0 on the night. 6-1 on aggregate. There's a half hour left. I'm going to say it. I'm pretty confident that we've won this. We're into the Champions League. I don't think it's crazy of me to say that at this juncture. I'm going to bring Cahill on for Colin McCabe because he's booked. Actually, Dara has weak. Okay, so I prefer to have Kambala playing on the left because I trust him to not get overdone or overdone. I don't know. I feel like he's better playing on the left. We're going to bring on Reese Griffin just to get rid of the 2 yellow cards we have on the pitch. Reese is going to come on to play as the right back. Changing half our centre back or defensive 4 partnership. Not the best idea in the world, but we're 4 goals ahead. And their manager is having an absolute conniption, freaking out. I'm not surprised. They're getting smashed. Carlsberg steps up to take the corner. Nugent has his header saved by Vaslik, who is up to a 7.8 now. And Magic doesn't have to worry about that too much. Did jump for it, but it was more kind of like, I'm going to jump for that because, it could go in. Never looked like it was actually going to go in. John Nugent's going to, actually no. Carlsberg can come off, get himself a little bit of a standing ovation. 4 assists in the last game. The man, the myth, the legend, Paul Carlsberg. If you're not signing him, there's something wrong with you. The man is an absolute monster. They have Oriol Ramu, Southampton central midfielder, who I honestly had forgotten was playing for Southampton for a while. Came on and was playing in their central midfield. Didn't really do an awful lot. Oh, it demotivated Carlsberg. Fantastic. That is delightful. Right, so that is beautiful. For the next episode, we're going to have the Champions League games. So we're going to find out who we're going to be playing. Well, I'll find out before you will, because the draw is tomorrow. And I'm not going to make this video any longer than it already is, because it's quite long, I think. Because the first part was significantly longer than this. So we're going to end it there. The next episode will be 2 group games in the Champions League. Probably going to have won the league in the not too distant future as well, because we are smashing it. So if you did enjoy this episode, do of course make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends, and I will catch you in the next one.